All right, what's up? All right, we are live. It is Sunday night. We are live right here on Ustream. It is me, Tariq Nasheed, also known as Tariq Elite, ready to chop up some good game with the family tonight. Get my Skype cracking. Let me get everything cracking here. All right, I am fresh, almost off my tour. I'm on the Mora Summer Lecture Tour right now. I got one more date, and that's going to be this weekend in Phoenix, Arizona. Let me see who's in the room. I haven't done a live Ustream show in a couple of weeks. I did not really half a show. I did like a little sneak preview when I was out of town on tour last week, but I couldn't. I really couldn't get it in. I think I was in Chicago. Let me see who's in the chat room. Let me see who's all off in the chat room. How many folks in the room right now? You know, I can't see for shit. All right, how many people in the chat room right now? And we're on time tonight. I wanted to make a point to be on time with the show. Let me start allowing URLs first of all. Let me see if is Ola in. What's up, Yababa? Is Ola in here? Let me make somebody a mod before we get all the dumb shit popping. Oh man, so let me see. Let me give some shout outs to the room. We got Melanated THC, HC Jones, Mike Spencer, The Truth Files, Resilient, Sky Chopper, Trav Nebula, Dirty Mugs, Pride 13, Tris Misfit, Texas Lady, Almond Joy, a lot of the regulars in the room right now. Glad to have everybody tuning in. What's up, Anonymous from Fresno? All right, the room is in here heavy. No, what's up with Derek Fisher's situation? Wait, is Ola in here? I'm going to make Ola a mod if I see Ola. Ola, I can't see you. What's up, Ohio player? Man, first, shout out to everybody who came out for the Morus Lecture Tour all last week. Let me shout out to everybody who came. Man, we've been having a ball on the Morus Lecture Tour. I'm talking about, man, the people are coming out in droves. I've been having a ball with the family, man. First of all, shout out to Milwaukee. Milwaukee came out and represented good folks in Milwaukee. I had a great time out there. Then the next day we were in Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. It rained. People came out and packed that place in the rain. I mean, it was raining cats and dogs out there in Chicago, and the Chi-Town family came out and represented still in the rain. It was raining so bad there was a power outage on the whole block of the theater venue right before I went on. So people were up there in the dark for a minute, but man, people still came out and represented. Shout out to Chicago. I had a ball out there in Chicago. Where else did we go? Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta, dude. Well, shout out to Boston, too. We had a great time in Boston when I went to Boston a couple of weeks ago on the tour. But Atlanta, we had a ball. Shout out to my man Beehive. Rashid down there in Atlanta. I was on Beehive's show, chopping it up with Beehive, real deep brother. The footage from Atlanta looks excellent. I had my camera guy, my man Carlos. Shout out to my dude L.A. Snow. My dude L.A. Snow is just that's my OG player partner from way back. So he always makes sure my shit is going to be real lovely. And he hooked me up with his camera guy. He filmed the last time I was out there. So we've been having a problem with shitty cameramen on this whole tour. But Carlos always represents, man. This brother shot this footage down in Atlanta. And it looks crystal clear, crisp. It's so tight. And the Atlanta crowd was wonderful, man. I loved Atlanta at the Rich Theater. We had a great time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put up some of that Atlanta footage, just a couple of clips of it. I'm gonna put up some of that Atlanta footage. Yeah, that's Snow. He created that song. That's just my baby daddy. Yeah, he wrote that and created that for B-Rock and those dudes, and I was in the video with them. Yeah, Snow is my OG player partner from way back. Oh man, we had a ball in Atlanta. Shout out to everybody at the hotel. Everybody at the goddamn hotel knew who I was. All the hotel workers. Shout out to everybody at the hotel at the Hilton Atlanta where I was staying. Everybody at the hotel was looking out. Shout out to Milwaukee was great, man. Shout out to the sister who had the vegan food. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put that one up. The Atlanta lecture. That one's gonna go up on Vimeo. That was Can Your Boyfriend Do It Like This? And last night we were in Cleveland. Cleveland was off the damn hook. See, my screen is black. My screen, is it? Can y'all see me? Somebody said my screen is black. Can y'all see me? Or is this motherfucker rocking with a raggedy computer? Yeah, I was in the Just My Baby Daddy video. Yeah, I was in that. Those are my dudes. B-Rock and Snow, those are my niggas. That's when I was in the music production back then. I was going back and forth from LA and Atlanta. They had to take out a lot of my stuff in the video because they said I was throwing up gang signs. Back then, that's when I used to roll real deep. I used to have like 20 motherfuckers with me everywhere I went. Yeah, everybody can see me. I hate when people be like, hey, man, your computer, man, you got to refresh your page. It's dark. You know, nigga, your T-Mobile Sidekick can't show streaming videos, brother. There you go, a lot of body. Man. Say you got the 2003 Gateway. But let me tell you something. Atlanta, man. Not Atlanta, but Cleveland. Whoa, Cleveland was off the chain last night, man. Cleveland was off the chain last night. Man, I can't even pronounce the name of the college that we were at. It was Cuyahoga something. I can't pronounce the name of the college, but we're at this community college. Very nice auditorium. It was packed in there last night. It was me, Brother Kaba. Brother Kaba represented. It was basically almost like a mini Hidden Colors reunion. You had all the 4 people from Hidden Colors. It was me, Brother Kaba, George Frazier, and David Banner. And, oh man, it was so lovely. Brother Kaba, you know Kaba always represents. David Banner, you know he always brings the fire. But George Frazier, man, we sleep on George Frazier for some reason. George Frazier is a beast, man. George Frazier was spitting some hot fucking fire. For some reason, I don't know why people sleep on George Frazier. George Frazier is the OG with it, man. The crowd loved it, man. They were energized. It was jam-packed in there, man. The energy was amazing. Shout out to Tamir Rice's mother came. Well, she was backstage with me, chopping it up. Love that sister. Shout out to Kwani. What's Kwani? How are you related to Samaria? You her cousin? What the fuck is this? Oh, it's my mom. My mom always hit me up when I do my show. Oh man, was George Frazier going in or what? Was George Frazier going in or what, man? Oh, man, was George Frazier going in? You say Hidden Colors 3 is your fave? Now, everybody's saying that Hidden Colors 4 is the one. Yeah. If we do Hidden Colors 5, I got to bring George Frazier back. He even said, he's like, man, you doing 5? He said, call me. Because he was like, man, I saw 4. This George Frazier, he's like, 4 is the one. 4 is the one. George Frazier was saying that. He's like, man, all the other ones were cool, but 4 is the one. That brother was spitting some hot fucking fire. Last night's event was so great. I want to do more events like that with some of the cast members of Hidden Colors, the Hidden Colors series. I want to do some other cities. That's some shit. That's the first time many of the cast members of Hidden Colors got together and did a lecture together. That was the first time. Oh, was it? What's up, A1? We had a ball last night, didn't we? The crowd was wonderful, man. It was we had a damn blast in Cleveland last night, man. And we're gonna have to do some other cities, definitely. We're gonna have to do some other cities. What I want to do, I possibly want to do another one out in Atlanta again. Go back down to Atlanta, do one with me, David Banner, Killer Mike. Get Killer Mike in line, get him down with it. Get a couple of more folks from Hidden Colors and just really do like I say 3-4 hour event. I don't like to make it too long. Peanut is good. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that. A lot of people were complaining about the time. Let me get on that right now. And this is the thing. It was a promoter. Shout out to Koya, the promoter. I don't know if she's ever done a big event like this. So I give her a little leeway. I'm not gonna go in on her too much. Koya was a sweetheart. Koya, she was a sweetheart, but I think this was her first time doing something of this magnitude. And a lot of times, local promoters, especially if it's their first time, they're kind of feeling it out. You got to, they learn what to do, what not to do. So they make small mistakes. What's up, Kwani? Everybody say what's up to Kwani. Kwani, that's Samaria's first cousin. That's Tamir Rice's mother's first cousin. She was in the house. I finally got to meet Kwani. Kwani's always in the chat room. Loved y'all, man. Loved having y'all down last night, Kwani. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Got to bring back Joy DeGrew. But when you promote something, and this was the thing, a lot of times local promoters will have us headline, and then they will use the audience to showcase a lot of the local acts, which is cool, but sometimes people go overboard with that. And that's the problem sometimes. Now in Milwaukee, when I was in Milwaukee, they had some local people there, but they got them on and got them off. Before I came on, they had some local people. Some people did some spoken words, some people did a song. It was real quick. They got them on, got them off. That's how you're supposed to do it. You get them on, you get them off. Last night, there were some of the local people performing, and some of these performances were like kind of long. And shout out to them. You want everybody to get on, but sometimes some of the local cats, they were doing like whole fucking concerts. Yeah, it was some of the local cats, they gave them a lot of stage time, and when it got to us, the headliners, we only got like 20 minutes apiece. 25 minutes apiece. So George Frazier had to go on, and this brother's getting into a groove, spitting hot fire. Then they had to give a signal to get him off. Then David Banner, he's spitting hot fire just when you get into a groove. You got to get him off. So we got to go in there real fast, spit for like 25 minutes, and get off. Now, it's cool. I mean, we got paid our full salaries, but still, I would like, I like to just really get it in. We all want to get it in once we're there. You dig? Yeah, in the Miami lecture too, a lot of people were talking about all those long opening acts. There was a lot of long opening acts. A lot of people were talking about that down in Miami. So that's the thing. Y'all got to cut some of those long, drawn-out opening acts off. Yeah, man. But it still worked out, though. It still worked out. It still worked out. And, yeah, those opening acts, man, you got to be honest, get a couple of opening acts, give them 5 minutes, let them do their thing in 5 minutes so we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't, at least we should have 45 minutes each. Yeah, no, we had rapid fire lectures, which almost worked because we went out there and pretty much got to the point. Because we had a short time, we went out there and just pretty much got to the point. Yeah, so like in Atlanta, it was just me. And shout out, the brothers was asking about the young lady who introduced me. That was Tay, the lovely Tay. She introduced me. She was our assistant for the night, helping out. Very lovely sister. Shout out to her and her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is a big fan. A lot of brothers were asking about her. I don't know when I'm coming back to Cincinnati, but I do have to come back out there. Yeah, so in Atlanta, I got to take my time. You know, I got to really chop it up with the family. I spit for like an hour or so, and then we took a little break. Then I came back and we did another 45-minute Q&A. So, you know, that's enough time to really get it into with the fam. Yeah, man, I loved Atlanta. We had a ball in Atlanta, man. Say niggas was trying to pop lock to tribal drums. Oh yeah, because the one in Atlanta, that was our event. See, the events that we promote, we kind of know what to do, what not to do, so everything goes smooth. And again, we do this. And again, with our sister in Cleveland, I'm thinking this might have been her first big event like this. So I give her a little leeway. I'm not going to beat her up on it. She was a very sweet sister. And you learn. You learn what to do, what not to do. So next time, Koya, keep your opening acts very short so that the main event, they can get a little more time. Also, Koya, you have to organize a VIP meet and greet. Because after the event, the sister was like, okay, a lot of stuff was just, it wasn't as tightly organized as it should be. They told us, okay, after y'all do the lecture, then everybody get on stage, all four of you guys get on stage and kind of have a panel. But the thing is, you got to moderate, somebody has to moderate it. So we're told to get on stage, so we're all sitting on stage, just kind of sitting there for a minute. And I'm looking around, I'm like, wait a minute. Are we supposed to be saying anything? Because nobody was moderating. So if you have a panel, next time, understand this, if you have a panel, somebody has to moderate the panel. Somebody has to say, okay, this is what we're going to talk about. Let's hear from all four of you. It has to be order like that. You say I'm nice to the sisters. I don't have much patience for the. I got patience for everybody, but a lot of times, too many brothers be on some repeated dumb shit though. A lot of times the brothers ain't on no trying to learn shit. Niggas be on some repeatedly dumb shit, just trying to make a statement with dumb shit. That's why I get in on niggas. I'm very patient with everybody. I'm patient, just like my man Carl down in Miami. I said this is what my brother can do, what could be done better and all that. I went in, but it was respect. I went in a little bit, but it was respect. It was just so my man can have his events just tighter. Because I was getting on Carl's ass about the money. The way he was trying to give me the money. And Carl hits me up all the time. So, I didn't go in on Carl, but I said, look, man, we don't have to meet up under bridges and shit to get the money. You know, so I go in, but I do it in a respectful way for folks who just need to know a little bit of another side of the game. You know, so I'm patient to a point. I'm patient with cats who are soaking up what I'm saying. Now, some cats are just on some real dummy shit. I ain't got no patience for that now. I ain't got no patience for that. Yeah, y'all know I went in on Carl, but it was respectful. Carl is my dude. I love that. Carl hits me up all the time. Because Carl, every time when it came time to the money, I'm like, Carl, give me the rest of the money. All right, well, look here. This is what I need you to do. There's a Chuck E. Cheese. I need you to take an Uber to Chuck E. Cheese, all right? Once you get in Chuck E. Cheese, by the roller coaster, there's going to be a briefcase, okay? Get that briefcase and take it to the back alley. The combination on that briefcase is 529.37. Once you open the briefcase, there's going to be a key. Take that key to the car garage across the street. There's going to be a Chevy Impala. It's green. You're going to start the car, drive that down to Miami Port, okay? You're going to drive down to the port. There's going to be a boat waiting on you. Take that boat into the middle of the Florida Keys. Once you get in the middle, there's going to be a raft for you. Get in that raft, and then you're going to row 3 miles. Then you're going to see a submarine go down in the ocean. There's going to be a treasure trunk. Get that treasure trunk, pull that back up, okay? Once you pull the treasure trunk up, you're going to have to use that same key, open the treasure trunk up, move all of the old gold out the way, because there's going to be a check. Okay, when you get that check, I need you to take that check down to Ralph's grocery store. You cash that check, and then it ain't all your money, but that's going to be some of the money that you're going to need. That's going to take care of your hotel. Once you get your hotel money, then what I need you to do, don't take an Uber, take a Lyft. Take a Lyft over down to the club in Miami. There's a club on South Beach. There's going to be a stripper standing on the corner. Pull her thong to the side, and out her coochie, there's going to be a locket, okay? Get that locket, and the combination is going to be 39, 32, 37. Once you get that, there's going to be a Dropbox key. Walk across the street to the Cuban restaurant in the back. Open that up, and then you're going to get all your money, brother. Oh, my God. Oh, damn, it's a Pokemon game to get my fucking money. Just put it in my pocket. How about you just give it to me and put it in my pocket, brother? I said, Carl, I said, Carl, dig in your pocket. Put the money in my pocket. Look here. Okay, this is what I need you to do. Everything had to be like Inspector fucking Gadget. So, I went in on Carl over that. Carl, everything was Inspector Gadget with Carl. Come on, give me my money. My God. Carl would not put the money in my hand. It took forever to get my money. And Carl knows it too. He knows I ain't lying. I kept telling him, Carl, this is not illegal, brother. Giving me this money, I'm gonna pay taxes on it. I swear, I promise, it's not illegal. He started making me nervous. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, am I buying a pound of cocaine? What am I doing? I started second guessing my shit. I'm like, am I a lecturer or a drug mule? What have I done? I started questioning my own shit. My God. The Morris app is coming. I showed some cats last night, the Morris app. I showed some people because it's on my phone. Hold on, let me show y'all something. I can show y'all just a little taste. Hold on. Hold on one second. I showed some cats last night because people were asking me about More Us. What can y'all see? Can y'all see? Can y'all see? That's More Us right there. Let me launch it real quick. More Us. That's my login. And we're just doing some testing on it. See? Can y'all see it? Hold on. That's my More Us news feed. And I'm just testing pictures on it and stuff. So, hold on. Let me see. So, this is just giving a basic idea. There's a lot more they're doing with it. So this is some of the stuff you can add. Groups, settings, upgrade membership, and all that later on down the line. So it's coming. So it's coming. It's coming. It is coming. So my developers are working on it. They're saying that the end of August is going to be ready on the iPhones and all that. And then a few months later, it's going to be ready for Android and all that. So yeah, we're going to have it for Android a few months later. We're doing it for the iPhones and the iPads and all that first. It's going to be free to use. Yeah, it's free to use. Later on, I think we're going to do something that people can upgrade memberships, but that's later on. It's going to be absolutely free to use. It's going to be absolutely free to use. Yeah, it's going to be for Android 2 a little later, because I know a lot of brothers have those Androids. So it's coming. Because we got to get the hell up off Facebook. Facebook is just goddamn ridiculous at this point, man. Well, they've been ridiculous for a long time. They're not even pretending with their censoring at this point, man. Where's my brother, man? I want my brother to call in. He's in Chicago. There was some white supremacist female who was yelling and spitting at him and his wife, calling him nigger, trying to provoke them. And my man is trying to, I think he wants to press charges, which he should. Yeah, we're not rushing it. That's why we're taking our time, making sure everything is popping. Yes, indeed. Hey, it's just the developers, man. It's them. It's the developers. It's all on them. I thought they were doing everything at the same time, and after people get the money from you, then it's not at the same time. Man. We're gonna do this first, and then this. Okay, you motherfuckers. Ban Hotep Super Mix. Okay, what is he saying? Okay. Let's see who this is. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Tariq? This is Vernell, man. How you doing today?
Hey, man. How you doing, Vernell? What's the word, brother?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. I was wondering if you could give me some information on how to deal with. I'm dealing with a situation, something like you went through at the lecture that you had with provocateurs.
Yeah.
I'm having, I'm having people harass me, like follow me around, doing strange things to provoke me. And to fights, like each state I go to, is somebody there. They call it gang stalking.
Okay.
You ever heard of that?
Gang stalking?
Yeah, and I was wondering if they harass activists or anybody, if they whistleblowers or people who are outspoken, people who, like if they go against a company or something. But I don't know why it's happening to me. I just looked up manipulative harassment tactics online, and I found out about it.
Now, what do you do? What do you do when you go to state, brother? What do you do?
Basically, when it first started happening, I was just living on my own. Like I don't necessarily have to do it by like profession. It's just like I started in.
Okay, brother. Okay. I don't want to. Okay, this sounds like it's just about to be some shit that go. This is what I'm talking about. This right here. Just give me a straight answer. This sounds like some shit that was about to go all around the block. Okay, not tonight, man. I'm asking dude, what does he do? And he's about to tell me his life story. I don't want to hear that, man. You got to get to the point, family. We got to start getting to the point. See, people say, well, you patient. Women, when they call up women to get to the point. A lot of brothers be on this shit where you don't know how to get to the point for the most part. A lot of the women who call my show, I won't say, because there's some women who ramble and talk around the block. But, dude, what I don't know. I don't have time for that filibustering, dude. I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about gang stalking. I'm like, well, what do you do? Well, I grew up as a child in Oklahoma. I was a little baby. And, what the fuck is going on? Dude. Not tonight, man. I just kind of want you to get to the point. He's talking about gang stalking and... Wow. I don't know. Got to get to the point. I'm going to talk about something. I was listening to Brother on Nearly Fuller's show. I'm going to get on that in a second. Let me get this. This is somebody from Cleveland. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq, this is Mark again from Cleveland. How are you,
This is Mark. I met Mark last night, man. Shout out to Brother Mark.
Oh, man. Man, first of all, I got to give a shout out to that sister, Koya.
Yes.
Putting on that wonderful event.
Shout out to Koya.
And
beautiful sister.
Second of all, man, I'm still high from that energy that I received from you guys last night.
Yeah, man. It was great. The energy was absolutely phenomenal last night, man.
Oh, my gosh, man. And I'm going to pass this energy along to those who are worthy, my brother. But I'm going to get off now because I know you got a lot of stuff to get into, man. God bless you, my brother, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, sir. Brother Mark from Cleveland. When he said he was Mark from Cleveland, a lot of other brothers knew who he was. They were like, that's Mark from Cleveland. They knew his voice because he calls the show all the time. Yeah, man. Mark is a great caller. Mark calls up. gets to the point and gets up out of here. Says what he has to say and bounce. Love it. That's OG. That's OG right there. Then Mark got on his dress shoes. See, I was listening to Neely Fuller's show, The Compensatory Code Concept, and Mr. Bobby, his co-host. There was somebody who called up. There's an older lady who sounded like she was kind of. I don't know if she was older. I won't say older. I don't know how old she was, but a lady called up, and I swear to God, they let this woman ramble on the phone at least 20 minutes. I listen. That Mr. is a dude named Mr. Bobby, who's the co-host, who's basically the moderator. What's up, Ola? Everybody say what's up to Ola. Ola, let me make you a mod real quick, just in case we get some bullshit in the room. Hold on. Make a moderator. There you go. All right. So Ola, you're a mod right now. But I'm listening to Mr. Bobby and Neely Fuller, and Mr. Bobby don't know how to vet calls to save his life. Mr. Bobby. And I kind of go in on the guy a lot, and he means well. Mr. Bobby means well. I don't think he's a bad guy, but he doesn't know how to vet callers at all. This lady called up. I swear to God, she wasted about 20 minutes of the show. This lady called up, rambling. She sounded like she was mentally ill. She was literally rambling. She didn't have a coherent question. And she just kept rambling, and Neely Fuller was like, well, is there a question? Well, what happened? I just want to know how come these white folks are messing with me, and they doing this to me, and they treat me like a nigga, and they keep doing this to me. And Neely Fuller was like, well, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, it was confusing him, and Mr. Bobby kept trying to make logical sense out of the woman. Was clearly, some people are just out there. Some people are just out there, and you can't make logical sense of what they're saying. So you got to learn how to cut people off. You just got to cut them off. They'll waste time. And my man kept trying to make sense of what she was saying. So what you are saying, what you're trying to ask Mr. Fuller is, what do you do at the job? No, what I'm trying to say, people be treating me wrong, and the white people, and they treat me like a nigga, and I just want to know how I can get them to treat me a certain way. Because so, if I can understand what you're trying to say is, they just went back and fucking forth, and I'm screaming. Like, give me a fucking break. Where's Gus Renegade? Where are people who know how to interview Mr. Fuller and just let him spit, man? Let him spit. Give him a topic and let Mr. Fuller go. These callers, and y'all don't know how to vet the callers, and y'all waste 20 minutes. My God. I talked about Bow Wow a little bit in Cleveland last night, by the way. But my man do not know how to vet calls, dude. My God. My man don't know how to vet no calls, man. All right, let's see who's calling. Speaking of calls, what's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, brother Tariq? I just wanted to add, I don't need to change the topic or anything like that. I just wanted to add something to, like, the rules of the game.
Yes.
Let me say this now, let you go. One thing that brothers have to do, and especially brothers of means, whenever you're dating a woman and you, like, quote-unquote, put her on, you must realize that if that woman gives up, it's a possibility that things may go sour and somebody else may benefit off of the upgrade that you've done. And if that happens, you have to charge it to the game and realize it's all part of the game, bro. That's just one of the rules, because I see a lot of brothers go ahead and upgrade women, and when for some reason, whenever they break up, the woman leaves with that upgrade, and then somebody else benefit off it, and the brother wants his game back.
Yeah.
But once you give it to her, you gotta let it go.
Yeah.
You gotta let the game go, bro. That's all I want to say, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna build on that. Real good topic, man. Real good thing, and that's
Thanks,
true.
bro.
Yeah, and that's true. A lot of time, I've dated females that I've upgraded, stepped their game up, got their fashion sense up, just showing them how to get paper, just step their game up, and shit went sour. They got with the next dude, and they're cool. Let the next dude see what it's like being with a boss. I take that. That's my gift to the next nigga. That's how you look at it. Yeah, I done gave you some game, gave you some ism, upgraded you, taught you how to do something with your edges. Do something with that. Let the next dude see what I did with you. Let the next dude see how you were living when you were rocking with me. You dig? So yeah, I feel that. See, you don't want to be in a situation like my man Chris Breezy. Like Chris Breezy, he's getting mad at Karuchi. Like, yeah, I put her on and whoop-de-whoop. He's getting all mad because now he done put her on in the game and made her hot. Now other people are benefiting off her being hot. So Chris Brown is on that, hey, shit. Hold on. Now, I hope he's moved on. But a lot of dudes are like that. And I'm just using Chris Brown as an example. I'm not beating up on Chris Brown. I like Chris Brown. But a lot of times dudes upgrade a chick and put her on and she's hot for fucking with him. And now dudes want to start trying to shame on her. And you don't want to do that. That's a bad look. That's a bad look. But like I said, man, in Cleveland, we had a great time. Just like Amber Rose. Now, I feel I have my issues with Amber Rose. But, Kanye was a little salty after he put Amber Rose on and upgraded her, got her out the strip joint. And she upgraded. Take that. Take that. Give that. The game is to be given away, and those who want to utilize the game and benefit from it and take that game out there in the universe and take that upgrade out there, let her do that. Let her do that. Yeah, Karuchi's fine. Karuchi's a fine chick. Yeah, just like Joe Budden's and Tahiri. Yeah, Joe was a little salty because he put Tahiri on. And, she kind of flipped on him a little bit. She got hot. But you charge that to the game. The blue wall of silence. Yeah, down in Texas, there was a case where there was a race soldier posing as a cop. And this cop ended up getting fired, by the way. This dude, but they didn't charge him, though. This dude, this race soldier, white supremacist, posing as a cop. He was off duty. He got drunk and started shooting his gun in the air and started shooting his gun at a church down in Texas because he was mad over the killings of the police officers in Dallas. And they interviewed him. Well, he can be heard on tape. Yeah, he was the black coon. Yeah, that black coon. He's clearly a white supremacist. So they fired the guy, but they didn't charge him. They should have charged this dude. They're firing his damn firearm. You firing your firearm in a neighborhood. And they just let this race soldier walk away free. So we got to start looking at this shit, and we got to start taking these shits to the Supreme Court, to the International Court. We got to start taking these things international. We got to start taking these things to the Supreme Court, the World Court. We got to start organizing this shit. What's up? Who's calling?
What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? Who is this?
What's up, man? It's Jay from out of Flint, Michigan, man.
How you doing, Jay?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Well, first off, man, I got to go ahead and say, man, I love your lecture down there in Houston, and I also really love the premiering out there in Memphis, man. That was dope.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, you represented down there in Houston, though, man. I I gotta go ahead and say that one sister acting the fool down there was wild on
That was
though.
funny.
I like how you handled that.
That was funny. That was funny. That was hilarious.
Oh, that was hilarious. That was hilarious, man.
So where do you live? Where do you live?
That Miami Vice junkie though down there, though, man. You have to go ahead and get some.
Now, where do you live, brother? You live in Michigan, and where do you live?
Oh man, I thought I went ahead and met you. I was down there in Memphis, though, man. Remember, I told you that I'm an over-the-road truck driver, so I'm moving around the country, hitting up different spots. I gave you one of my cars.
Oh yeah, I remember you now. I remember you. There you go. So you still traveling? You still driving right now?
Oh yeah, man. I travel all across the country, though, man. I really wish I could have been down there to see you in Atlanta, but I had some other things operating on. But man. But I couldn't go ahead and make you. I was down there last week, but couldn't go ahead and make the lecture.
No doubt.
Catch you next time for sure.
Okay, no doubt, man. Good looking out, man. Thanks for the call, fam. Yes, indeed. Now, yeah, I'm gonna be in Phoenix, man. So y'all need to come see me in Phoenix. I'll be in Phoenix, Arizona, this Saturday at the El Zarabah Theater. I think that's the name of it. And you can get your tickets at TariqLive.com. TariqLive.com. And okay, yeah, I'm a Hotep Supreme. I'm gonna have to ban you, brother, because people are saying you banned. You on some bullshit. But yes, TariqLive.com. And the lecture I'm doing this weekend, that's gonna be my last lecture. That's gonna be the end of the Mora Summer Tour. So that's gonna be my last lecture for a few months. Okay. What's up? What's your name? Libby P? Yeah, that's going to be my last lecture for a few months. I'm definitely taking a break. A lot of people wanted me to do more lectures throughout August and September. I turned down everything. I turned down a whole bunch of lectures because I don't like being on the road just nonstop like that. My God. I like to get it in and just come on home because I need to focus on the Morus app, and there's a lot of other shit. We're about to move. We're about to move to a bigger place because we got a new baby coming in September, so I got to be home for that. So that's why I don't want to be on the road like that. So I'll get back on the road probably end October, early November. I get back out on the road. I do need to come to Baltimore. I do need to do an official lecture in Baltimore. I did a town hall meeting in Baltimore, but I do need to go to Baltimore. But I enjoyed myself so much last night with all the people from Hidden Colors, man. I want to do another event like that. I want to do some more events like that where it's about 4 or 5 of us just getting it in. And that I'm going to set up. I'll set that up pretty soon. I just got to think of where to do it. Definitely we'll do it in D.C. somewhere. D.C., Atlanta, and I get about 3 or 4 other cast members from Hidden Colors, and we'll make that happen. Say don't hire janky movers. Oh, hell no. Yeah, I need to come back up to the Bay. I had a great time in the Bay, man. Yeah, we sold out the spot up in the Bay when I was up there, man. The Bay was wonderful. Shout out to Zoe. I gotta call Zoe Williams. Zoe, shout out. What's up, Zoe? I gotta call Zoe. Shout out to Zoe Williams, the Zoe What Show, the 5150 show. I gotta call Zoe. Zoe called me, or he texted me, and I was supposed to call him back right before I went on tour. I was supposed to call Zoe back, then I ended up going on CNN that day. And then, all hell broke loose. So I gotta hit up my man Zoe. Who's calling from Hawaii? Somebody's calling from Hawaii right now. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? This is Lex from Miami.
You got a Hawaiian number.
Oh, yeah. I lived in Hawaii for like 3 years when I was in the military.
Oh, yeah.
So I kind of kept the number.
That's what's up, man. How'd you like Hawaii?
Pretty good. Too many Asian girls there. You know, there's not enough sisters, so you know, there's a lot of flat booty over there and stuff. But I do like the Samoans. Pretty faces.
Oh yeah, but the Samoans, you know, you date them, you gotta date the whole fucking family, you know.
Oh yeah. Trust me. Yeah, I don't get too. Well, they're kind of good with the brothers over there, but not too much with the white folks over there. They kind of call them like howlies and stuff.
Yeah, Samoans are hella cool with brothers because they look black. Hell, I've been to Samoa. And shit, these people look like I was walking through Harlem. So, you know, they're real cool. So, what's on your mind, man?
Yeah, so, Terry, I got a quick question right quick. I have a friend that I served with in the military and stuff, and right now, he's a white guy. And right now, he's like you know, for me following you and everything, I kind of see him as a suspected white supremacist.
Oh, yeah.
And all the rhetoric that's been going out of his mouth, you know, and especially like recently I had to tell him, you know, you gotta stop saying the N-word and all of that stuff. So, I just want to know, like, hey, should I like continue talking to him? Because I've been ignoring him, but I kind of feel bad because me and him been like cool for a while, and you know me, I was like a past. I used to be cool back then and stuff, you know, try to fit in with the white people and stuff, and right now it's like. They don't really give a fuck, so I don't know if I should like continue talking to the guy now.
So you like a reformed coon, and that's good. You admit it, and you knew your coon status, and you stopped being one.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, when he says nigga, he trying to make it seem like it's a hip thing, like in the hip hop way.
Yeah, more like in a hip hop way, you know, like. Oh, what's up, nigga, and stuff, and you know, it gets tiring of hearing that shit. And,
yeah, because he knows what he's doing. That's another thing. These white supremacist suspects, they try to act like they're doing it just to be hip and down. They know exactly why they're doing it. He ain't doing it to be down. That's their little slick way of getting to say it around you. And I say, fuck him. You shouldn't be around him because when you're around a person who you suspect of being a white supremacist, you never know when they're going to do something that's going to be detrimental to you. We got to stop playing games with suspected white supremacists. Once we suspect somebody's a white supremacist, we minimize contact with them. Unless it's a situation where you have to be around them, you minimize contact because the white supremacists are very deceptive. And they'll act like your friend and act like they're down and they'll turn on you at the drop of a hat. You dig? So,
yeah, definitely. And another problem is like, you know, right now he's about to work for the Secret Service, you know, so it kind of got me a little edgy around him and stuff, you know, especially when he's always telling me, you know, don't trust Black Lives Matter, they don't care about you. It's like he's trying to convert me on.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely leave him alone. Because if anybody start talking about Black Lives Matter is the problem, that's a code word for all black people. And they ignore all of the white supremacist race soldiers. They ignore all of the white supremacist laws and policies that created Black Lives Matter and all of these uprisings and all of the retaliation and all of the kickback. If they ignore that, you're dealing with a full-fledged white supremacist. And you need to stay away from that dude. You need to stay away from them because they're just trying to make you a guinea pig. They're trying to test out all of their white supremacist rhetoric on you, and you get to be the black friend so they can act like they ain't racist because you're their Negro friend. You don't have to be around. You don't have. What is it about that person where you have to be around them?
Because you know we've been going through like because we used to like give each other a little comfort. You know us suffering from PTSD and all that, so we call each other, you know, to like relax. I mean, I'm mostly trying to help him out instead of him helping me out about like issues and girls' problems and stuff like that.
Man,
so
motherfucker,
it's kind of like a mental comfort thing.
Man, please, you sound like a fucking slave, dude. That slave shit you talking, man.
Coon train is coming.
Your coon train is coming back, brother.
What about black on black crime?
I think the train is coming back.
Where the white women at?
You for real? That sound like a fucking slave. That sounds like that's what slaves would do. You would comfort Massa, even though Massa had you on the plantation. When Massa was feeling bad, ooh, what the matter, Massa? Ooh, you feeling sick, Massa? Ooh, come lay your head on my bosom, Massa. Oh, Lord, I was going to sing a song that makes you feel better. Oh, man, river. Ooh,
You got me like that,
We
Tariq.
never finished. Massa got me working. One day Massa set me free. That make you feel good, Massa? Ray! So you sound like a goddamn plantation Sambo trying to comfort a fucking white supremacist. Let me tell you something, brother. Y'all, a lot of military brothers, y'all fight overseas, and these people, man, these white supremacists, they come over, y'all get back over here, and they treat you worse than the motherfuckers y'all were fighting over there. So you ain't in a position of comforting anything. You need to be comforted. You understand? You need the comforting because you still going through a fucking war. That's the problem. He's fine. He ain't going through no war no more. He's out of the war zone. Your ass is out of the fucking water and in the frying pan right now. You still in a war zone, brother. When you walk out that house, a race soldier can blow you away right now. You understand? So we don't get to recover from our PSD, post-traumatic war disorder, whatever it is. So fuck him, dude. Charge him to the game. You don't need to be around him. Stop hanging around his ass so you can sing Negro spirituals to him and make him feel good. You feel me?
Exactly. I got you, Tariq. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Don't sound sad. You sound like you got to get off the plantation now. God damn.
Nah, man. I'm kind of relieved. You know,
Take that cool train. Take the cool train off the plantation. All right, brother. Thanks for the call, man. There's a little coon. He said he used to be a coon. He's having a coon relapse. He's having a coon relapse. PTSD. That's what it is. PTSD. My God. Post-traumatic slave disorder. Shit. This nigga said he has to comfort him. Man, motherfuck that dude. What's my thoughts on Dr. Jill Stein? I haven't heard that. I got to look into that. New Black Committee. You said Jay Morrison. Shout out to Jay Morrison, Killer Mike, Michael Eric Dyson, Carmelo Anthony, Roland Martin, Mark Lamont. I don't know. Mark Lamont is... I don't know. Mark Lamont, he's cool in some instances, but Mark Lamont has done a little soft shoeing. Roland is cool for the most part. Roland Martin is cool for the most part. But Mark Lamont has done some things that's a little questionable. I ain't gonna put him on the train, but there's some soft shoeing that's going on with Mark Lamont. Yeah, I ain't forgot about that whole Dr. Welsing thing either. I've not forgotten about that either. Yeah, that y'all know I don't fuck around when it comes to Dr. Welsing like that. And somebody say something slick or anything that can be perceived as slick, I'm looking at you with the side eye, man. Yeah, a lot of people are looking at Marilyn Mosby a little sideways because of some of the shit that she's been doing. And we got to understand this. We got to watch these puppets. I did a show about that on my last podcast. We got to watch these Negro puppets that they put out. There's a brother named, and I'm using word brother lightly, in the Philando Castile case up in Minnesota, there's a brother named Don Lewis. I think that's his last name. If I'm incorrect, y'all please correct me, but the brother's name is Don Lewis. And they made him the special prosecutor in the Philando Castile case. Now, Philando Castile, that's the brother who was executed with his girlfriend filming it on Facebook Live. He was executed for reaching in his pocket for his identification. A race soldier suspect executed this brother. And now they've assigned a special prosecutor to the dude. We did some research on this Don Lewis guy, this special prosecutor who's black, and y'all got to watch it. When they pull a nigga up out of nowhere, y'all watch it. When all of a sudden they show you, hey, look, we got a special prosecutor and he's black, so it's going to be fair because he's black. Man, we done researched this dude. That nigga is a card-carrying member of a Boule. He's Boule. He's a Boule dude. And by his own admission, I'm not, because a lot of times people will say, that's the Illuminati, that's the Boule, and you ain't got no proof. No, you research the dude. He's a member of the Boule, Sigma Pi Phi. He's an official member. Understand, the Boule is a real black secret, it's a black secret society. I've been telling people about the Boule for years. I did a pay-per-view special years ago breaking down the Boule and black secret societies. This was way before Hidden Colors, by the way. This is way before Hidden Colors even came out. And I want y'all to go to maclessons.com. Not Mac Lessons Radio, but maclessons.com. Check out the pay-per-view special segment, and then look up Black Secret Societies. Or you can even Google Black Secret Societies by Tariq Nasheed. It's a pay-per-view special you can download. But go to maclessons.com. It's an exclusive organization. I broke that all the way down. There's a lot of black folks that's up here that's in the Boule. The Boule are usually black folks who are vetted by the white supremacists to oversee black society. So they're already vetted. So if you see somebody who's Boule, part of Sigma Pi Phi, not all of them are bad. I'm not shitting on all of them because Dr. Martin Luther King was Boule. I'm not shitting on all of them. But the white supremacists, they've already vetted these people. Yeah, Boule literally means servant to the king. So these are vetted people. They're vetted servants to the king. A lot of Boule people out there in the DC area, the DMV area. A lot of them out there in that area. Because, you know, they work with a lot of people that's close to the politicians in the White House and all that. You got to watch out. It's some deep shit. It's hella deep, man. If y'all really want to get a gist of it, Jesse Jackson is Boule too. Sharpton is Boule. W.E. Du Bois was Boule. Who else is Boule? There's a lot of folks Boule. And shout out, Steve Coakley used to break them all the way down. Steve Coakley used to break them down. A lot of your congressmen, a lot of your judges are part of this organization called the Boule. The average black person don't even know who they are. But a lot of times, if you see like an older black person who's like a millionaire, who ain't on no street shit, a lot of times they're hooked up, they're clicked in with that Boule. Bill Cosby was Boule. Let me tell you, that Boule shit ain't no joke, man. My man down in Birmingham where I used to live, it was an old dude named A.G. Gaston. He was a millionaire out there. He owned like radio stations and funeral homes. A.G. Gaston was Boule. I found that out later. And, you know, the Boule, they have a list. It's a real organization. There's a book that you guys need to get. Our Kind of People is written by this dude who's a Boule guy. He's kind of a coon, an admitted coon. I mean, this is a real deep book. You'll get the mindset of this. What's the guy's name? Ola? What's the guy's name who wrote Our Kind of People? I always forget that guy's name. But he's kind of a coon, but he knows he's a coon. But when you see the Boule, a Boule person around the white supremacists, they're a puppet. What you're looking at, yeah, A.G. Gaston was Boule, man. Look it up. Look that up. Look up A.G. Gaston, Sigma Pi Phi. When you see Sigma Pi Phi is Boule, same thing. Lawrence Otis Graham, exactly. Lawrence Otis Graham. All right, back. Lawrence Graham, yeah. This dude, you really read his book. If you want to get into the mindset of a guy who kind of knows he's a coon. It is a very good book. It's real deep. It really is he's coonish, but it gets you into the mindset of how he thinks. And this brother Lawrence, he was very honest about him being turned into a coon. Like he grew up, I mean, his family's Boule and the whole nine, and his family, they grew up, his parents didn't want him to go outside because they didn't want them to get too dark. They talked about the brown paper bag test to get into these little organizations. They talked about, this dude talked about how he got a nose job, so he could look more European. I mean, it's a real deep book, man. Real deep book. And what's interesting, let me get deep with it. And I really want y'all to get my pay-per-view special where I break it down. I break down all of these black secret societies back into slavery, how they got started, because it got started with a lot of free black folks. Yeah. Understand this about the Boule dudes. A lot of those, y'all remember when Obama was running and a lot of those bougie niggas were mad at Obama because Obama wouldn't go down to the black summits and Obama wouldn't do none of the black shit. You know, like the, what's that? That annual thing they do, the National Annual Black Meeting, some meeting that they do. I think with Tavis Smiley and all that. Usually, that's like some Boule shit, to be honest. A lot of that is Boule shit. And Obama wouldn't go that route. Obama went above that. Because the thing is, with the Boule, Obama didn't come up in that. See, a lot of black folks who rise up in politics, they rise up through the Boule organization. They rise up through that. They have that whole Jack and Jill thing. That's another thing. When I had a brother from the Jack and Jill organization call my show one time, and he told me about all that paper bag test shit, and he was dark, and his parents had to pay extra money because he was dark. Oh, it's some real deep shit, man. It's some real deep shit. That's why a lot of those Boule cats are usually lighter. It's heavy, man. I'm not saying Tavis is Boule. I didn't say that, but a lot of those little meetings loaded with Boule people. Tavis was just the host of that, but a lot of those people that's in that are Boule'd up. So Obama didn't come up in that Boule thing because the Boule is usually clicked in with families. And usually the mothers have to be black because with Jack and Jill, that's the Boule's children. That's an organization generally for children of the Boule. So if you hear somebody talking about Jack and Jill of America, usually their parents are Boule. And in order to be a part of Jack and Jill, your mother has to be black. Got it? So people like Sheriff Clark and all that, you got the white mothers. No. Y'all remember when Wendy Wright, that lady, called my show? I was going through that beef with that radio host, Wendy Wright. I kept pressuring her to get some information about her life, and she admitted that her mom was part of that Jack and Jill shit. And that explained everything about her. I'm not hating on Jack and Jill. I'm just talking facts, highly educated. You stop me when I'm talking facts. You stop me when I'm not talking facts. All I'm talking are facts. I'm just saying what it is. I'm not saying all Jack and Jill is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying that all Boule is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when the white supremacists need some Negroes who are vetted to do their work, it's a hell of a coincidence they keep going back to the Boule. That's the reality. It's a hell of a coincidence they keep going back to the Boule, getting the Negroes that they vetted. All right? I mean, either that's the truth or it's not the truth. I'm just spitting truth. You dig? But the Jack and Jill is an organization usually for the children of the Boule. And the women are in a group called the Lynx. It's some deep shit, man. Y'all really go back to that pay-per-view special, man. I broke this down years ago. So, now let's fast forward 2016. We see this case with Philando Castile. This brother get killed. We know it's racial, but in order for them to make it seem like it's not racial, they went back into their vetting pool. They done got a Negro, part of the Boule, who's the special prosecutor. So that means the race soldier's gonna walk. I'm telling you now. That race soldier who shot Philando is gonna walk. I'm telling you now. That nigga Don Lewis, who they done got, once I saw that Boule, all right, they're gonna use him as a face for white supremacy. They done put a black face on white supremacy. They just put a black face on white supremacy, just like they're doing out there in Baltimore. And with Marilyn Mosby, a lot of people are questioning Marilyn Mosby because Marilyn Mosby, they've been the white supremacists, they've been threatening her, making sure she stays on course because there's evidence that she might have been vetted. She goes out there as the champion of the people, but there's some questionable shit that she's done. I've seen people send me videos of the wives and girlfriends of people that, she done locked up and threw away the key and didn't give them a fair trial. It was one sister, somebody sent me a video of this sister yelling at Marilyn Mosby at this meeting. There's some kind of meeting. And the sister was yelling at her about how her boyfriend got railroaded into the jail system or whatever. What I didn't like, the sister wasn't making a point. The sister just started yelling at Marilyn. Then Marilyn ended up walking out, had to be escorted to the car. That's another thing. Black folks, stop wearing your goddamn emotions on your sleeve. Stop wearing your emotion on your sleeve. If you're going to get people and expose their fuckery, you got to do it in a way where you're not antagonizing them, because then that defeats the whole fucking purpose. Black folks, learn how to control your damn emotions, because this sister was calling Marilyn Mosby out, but then she just kept going, and Marilyn Mosby like, well, is it a question or a statement? It's both, and you did this, and you had did that, and then she started yelling and just babbling and going on, and that defeated the whole fucking purpose, because the sister had a point, but you have to let them respond now. Put that shit out there and then let them knock themselves out. Yelling at them, you just gave her an out. If you want to front somebody off or expose them or something, you say something and then let them say something and let them crumble their own argument. She basically gave Marilyn Mosby an out by yelling at her nonstop and not making a point and being all emotional. Just drop your facts and then let the facts hang in the air and let them deal with them facts. So, you got to be calm with it. And again, we got to look at Marilyn Mosby's background. And I was a champion for Marilyn Mosby. I met her husband out there when I was in Baltimore. He was a very nice brother. But a lot of people are saying that Marilyn Mosby overcharged in this case, and that's another thing. But remember, with Marilyn Mosby, she could have just been doing the work of the white supremacists, and them throwing them lawsuits at her. That's probably their way of saying, hey, don't you get out of line. Don't you get out of line. Now that judge, that black judge, they had him in line. He didn't want to mess up his career. They let him know in so many words, hey, don't you convict nobody. If you convict somebody, you like your career, don't you? They'll sabotage you. And the white supremacists will try to pretend, well, it's not racist. It's a black city. It's a black city councilman. It's a black judge. It's a black prosecutor. So where's the racism? These are puppets. The white supremacists control all of them. I'm not saying Marilyn Mosby is a coon. I'm not saying she's a coon. I mean, I'm just trying to see what's up. I want to see what her angle is. Because we got a case out there. That case of my man Freddie Gray. I mean, that's such a violation of the Constitution. We got to stop sitting up letting the Constitution get violated and say, hey, look, we need to take this shit to the international courts. There's a Constitution that's supposed to be in place, and it's being completely violated. We got to start having class action suits, because what happens is they pay the families off, And I think part of the deal is the families can't go up here and go to the Supreme Court on the case because they've been paid off. You think Marilyn Mosby is genuine? I don't know. Yeah, but a motherfucker didn't end up being killed and nobody's taking responsibility for his death. I mean, that violates 5 or 6 amendments already. Always bring it back to the Constitution. Always bring it back to the Constitution. And that's why I want to go down to the UN. I want to see if I can go this year. Ola, can you look into that? Can y'all look into that? There's something that they have at the UN where there's like a race summit. It's something that they have at the UN every year. Something about race. And I think they have it in November. And I want some of the families, some of my thorough people who know how to research, look into that. Look into that, some type of summit they have at the UN overseas every year. And I wanna look into that. The UN, yeah. Because I think you gotta have like a nonprofit organization or something. Well, we got that. And I want to go up there and represent. I just need to find out when they're having it. I know some people when they're up there some years ago, because y'all know for years I've been talking about the We Charge Genocide bill that people went up to the UN with back in they tried to go to the UN and they were sabotaged. And there were some younger people who tried to go up there. I think they went up there to the UN, but it wasn't as organized as it should have been. So y'all look into that for me. Help me out, because I'm gonna look into it too. But it's good to have different eyes, extra eyes on the situation from different angles. It's always good to have extra eyes on something, because sometimes people can see something I don't see. The World Conference Against Racism. Okay. Raheem, you calling? Hold on, let me see who this is. What's up? This Raheem?
Yes. Hello.
Hey, who's this?
This is the girl who gave the cupcake yesterday.
Hey, how are you, love?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I didn't get a chance to eat your cupcakes. They would not let me bring my cupcakes. I tried to bring them in my bag, and they would not let me bring my cupcakes to the airport. And
oh my God.
What's the name of your do you have a store or you have a website?
Yeah, I have a website.
What's your website, dear?
www.svweettreats.com.
Okay, and what's the name of it again? Just say it. Well, let me look up that.
Be Sweet Treats. Be Sweet Treats.
Be Sweet Treats?
Yes.
Let me type that in. sweettreats.com. Okay, that ain't it. Okay, spell it for me again.
ZS.
Oh, ZS. Okay, hold on. I put B. ZES? ZES?
No, just Z and S.
ZS, okay.
And then the word sweet.
Hold on one second. Hold on. These Z Sweets, okay.
Okay, sweet and then treats.
Treats.com. All right, let's try that. That ain't it, goddammit. Okay, one more time. Z Sweet.
Okay. Okay, Z as in zebra.
.com. Hold on, let me try this. Okay, let's try it. Let's word for fucking word. All right. Z as in zebra.
Yes. S as in sapphire.
Okay.
Another S as in sapphire.
Okay.
W as in whale.
Okay.
E as in eat.
E, okay.
As another E.
Okay.
T as in tiger.
All right.
T as in tiger again.
Okay.
R as in rhinoceros.
Okay.
E as in E.
Okay.
A as in apple.
Okay.
T as in tiger.
Okay.
S as in sapphire. And then .com.
.com. There we go. Okay. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Vegan, organic, good stuff. Okay. A dessert menu. So, and you're out there in Cleveland.
Yes, sir.
Cool, cool, cool. Dessert menu. So you can ship stuff too, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to have you ship me some stuff. Because, yeah, they took my shit. I don't know if they thought I had a cake bomb I was trying to take on the airplane. What the fuck they thought I was going to do. Yeah, because those mini cupcakes
I wish you could have had them.
Yeah, those mini cupcakes look good as damn hell. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to email me because I'm going to give you my mailing address and I want you to send me some stuff here. And I'm going to taste them and let everybody know. But y'all go to her website because they look off the chain. Did you enjoy yourself last night, sweetie?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yes, indeed. If we go, okay, cool. Anyway, but y'all may email me at info@tariqelite.com and I will give you my address and we'll get this thing popping, all right?
Okay.
Thank you, dear. Yes, indeed. Hold on. Peanuts texting me. Ask me if I fed Coco. Yes, I did feed Coco. All right. What I think of the Atlanta show? Oh, man, we had a great time in Atlanta, man. Man, Atlanta came out and represented on a Thursday, dude. Because usually when I do Atlanta, it's on the weekend. But Atlanta came out heavy on a Thursday. Said she's going to send me her panties. She was cute, too. She was a real cute girl who made the cupcakes. Man. Yeah, man, they look good as hell. I was going to eat them shits on the plane. I was going to fuck them things up on the plane. Yeah, the Woodruff Theater was nice. Yeah, the Woodruff was real nice. What's up, E.G. Byrne? You at the Atlanta show? Yeah, I was talking about the CNN stuff on my lecture. Yeah, that's it. If y'all haven't seen it, I was on CNN last week. Y'all go to YouTube and look that up. Tariq Nasheed on CNN. That was funny. That was a very funny appearance. I was sweating up. So yeah, it was hot in there, wasn't it? It was hot as hell in there, man. And next time I go to Atlanta, the last time I was there, I was at the Alliance Theater, which is right across. You know, the Alliance Theater is bigger and it has a bigger backstage and it's more air. Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me, Mr. Walks. Did y'all hear about the story of this brother, this black brother? He was a homeless college student. And the story what's the story he rode his bike to school? What was the story on that brother? Your girl's laughing at my prolonged stares into the camera? Okay, I didn't know I was prolonging my stare. But the brother who I think he rode his bike to school or something like that. And he was homeless and he was trying to get his degree. And I think somebody heard his story. This white lady heard his story. I don't know how did he get involved with the white lady? How did dude get involved with the white lady? The brother who was going to school, he rode his bike 50 miles to school. Okay, so he rode his bike 6 hours to college every day. I'm trying to figure out how he got tied in with the white lady. So, what happened? Because I want to get the whole story right. I got the gist of it. So for some reason, some way, he got connected with this white lady. This white lady heard his story. I don't know how she heard his story, but this white lady made a GoFundMe page for him. This white lady made a GoFundMe page for him, And I think he was sitting in the car with the white lady. And she was like, yeah, this poor black child has to ride his bike to school. So all you other good liberal white people, y'all give some money. So the brother raised like $184,000. Got it? On GoFundMe. This white lady set up his GoFundMe page, and he raised 180. Somebody said 186,000. All right. So now, when it's time to get the money, the white lady was like, "Well, I'm gonna put the money in a trust for you." And the brother's like, "Well, what? What?" So now the white lady, because I guess she raised the money. She said she was going to put it in a trust. So the brother, rightfully so, said, well, you know what? If you're going to do that, let me get my own lawyer. Let me get my own people to do this, to get the trust in. So now the lady got funny style on him. Then they froze all the money. That wasn't nothing but a goddamn trick bag. That white lady was going to pocket that money. That white lady was going to... they did that old blindside trick on his ass. White supremacists are good at that. Getting a nigga, holding a nigga. Oh, look at this poor nigga. Oh, look at him. He's so poor. Give me some money so I can give it to this poor nigga. Give me the money so I can give it to him. That's what it was. And that brother said, hey, no. Let me get my own folks if we doing all that. And now the white woman like, oh, I'm offended. Oh, no. Ooh. So now they're going to freeze the money up. That's a bunch of bullshit. They use that, brother, just like they do all of us. They always use us. And that's that Africa hustle. That's that Sally Struthers hustle. The white lady ran the Sally Struthers game on that brother. Exactly. Same thing white feminists did with black slaves. Those white supremacist females are good at that. That's the old hustle. That's that old Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Canton hustle. They would go out there and act like they were abolitionists. Oh, I want to free the Negroes. Give me some money to free the Negroes. And then the minute a black person looked like they about to get some rights, wait, you giving a nigger a right over me? I'm a woman. I'm a white woman. Oh, they turned back into a white supremacist real quick. Oh, yeah, now they didn't want to give him the money because now they're questioning the legitimacy of his story now. Bullshit. That was a hustle. A white supremacist female suspect was trying to use him to come up. She was trying to use him to come up. And now somebody said nobody black helped him. But the thing is, I don't think the brother presented his situation to anybody black. And if he holler, we can get him some money. Yeah, so now they want to question the legitimacy of his story now and freeze the money up. So now he can't get it. That's bullshit. That white lady was going to pocket that damn money. She was about to pocket that money. Talking about they going to put it in a trust. Shit. Have that brother contact me. Yeah, they just tried to pocket the money off him. They tried to use him like a starving African child. They tried to run the Sally Struthers game on him. And they were going to pocket that money and tell him to eat a dick and buy him some clothes from City Trends and say, hey, look at what I did for this little poor disenfranchised Negro. Aren't I great? They always use us and pocket the money. Says the cupcake girl in here. Yeah, she's in here still. She should be in here. Now I'm thinking. I got the cupcake page up. I'm thinking about them damn cupcakes. I hate to have to throw them shits away. And see, that's the thing, family. My thing is this, and this is why, brothers, we got to cut the fakery out because there's a lot of dudes who put up GoFundMe pages and Kickstarter pages. And they don't follow through. Like that dude, Brian, what's that Brian guy? The guy who got falsely convicted of rape. this hood rat said he raped her, and come to find out she was lying. And that brother put up not a GoFundMe, he put up a Kickstarter page talking about he was going to do a documentary about his situation and all that. And a lot of people donated. I even donated to that shit. And that nigga didn't make nothing. That nigga didn't do a goddamn thing. I looked at that nigga's Instagram page. That nigga took that money and started tricking it off on a white woman. That nigga got married to a white woman, and that nigga's cupcaking so hard. That nigga got that money and ran to a white woman. I ain't mad at you for, vanilla love. I ain't mad at you if you needed some vanilla love in your life, but don't come around black folks, oh, the system did me wrong, black folks, the system did me wrong, and then we look out for you, and then you go and run in the arms of fucking Becky, and then say, fuck y'all niggas. Yeah, he said he crispied us. He pulled a crispy. That's the problem. We got too many Crispies and Bryans out here. You dig? Niggas say they're going to do movies and do all this stuff and then don't do. You get the money and then tell people to eat a dick. So now when somebody who's legitimately in need of some resources, like the brother who's the student, a lot of black folks looking at him sideways. All right. Let's see who's on the Fizzone. What's up? Who's on the phone?
Hello?
What's up, player?
Hey, man, this is Akin. I'm from Austin, Texas.
Hey, man, how you doing, fam?
Hey, I'm doing good.
What's on your mind, brother?
Earlier in the week, I saw you were on the Dr. Drew show.
Yes.
And at one point in the show, you said that Hispanics aren't classified as Hispanic isn't a race.
Right.
And then I saw that the lady disagreed with you, and then Dr. Drew kind of seemed like he went off code, and he ended up agreeing with you, saying Hispanics aren't white. Or Hispanic isn't a race, actually. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And
I wanted to know why he went off code and agreed with you instead of agreeing with the.
I'm gonna tell you why.
It seemed like white supremacist lady.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the thing is, what Dr. Drew was doing was saving them. You know why? Dr. Drew was saving them. Because what was happening was I was embarrassing the shit out of them on air, and it was a bad look for the white supremacists.
Oh wow! Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I do. I didn't get it.
Y'all missed that. See, he was actually saving them. There was another situation where the Steve King, he was a congressman somewhere, and he was on MSNBC, and he went full white supremacist. He was like, well, Western civilization, if it wasn't for us, all these subgroups, we've done way more than the subgroups. These subgroups haven't contributed to civilization. And people on the panel were like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he kind of went on and on. There was a sister like, hey, what, you mean white people? And then the host stepped in and changed the subject. So the host saved this white supremacist from digging a deeper hole. Got it?
Okay, got it.
So when I'm on Dr. Drew, I'm spitting and debating these suspected white supremacists. I had them people babbling. They couldn't answer correctly. They were digging a hole. They sitting up here talking about Hispanic as a race, and I'm just sitting there letting them talk because the census form of the United States clearly says Hispanic is not a race, but they kept going on and on, making a damn fool of themselves, talking about how Hispanic is a race, and they were yelling, and they were emotional, and they were calling me names, and Dr. Drew had to save them. You see?
Mm.
Because they were digging, they were making themselves look bad, so he had to just stop them. Like, okay, y'all stop digging this hole for yourself. You're looking bad right now. Got it? Even Dr. Drew had to tell the other guy, hey, come on, Larry, you just be more professional now. He kept having to reel them back in to save them. Because I was making them look very bad. A black man sitting here making these people stutter and look foolish, so he had to save them. That's what it was. You did?
Got you.
Yeah, brother. Thank you so much, brother.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, you're not supposed to make people in the dominant society look bad. You got this brother here who's calm. Y'all know when I was on Dr. Drew, I was calm. I was cool. See, a lot of times when they get black men on TV, they know that we get emotional. And the white supremacists know how to pick at us so we can start getting emotional. I stayed cool as the cucumber. And y'all know when I was on Dr. Drew, the lady, Ever, whatever her name is, she was trying to pretend that I was mad. She's like, now look, Tariq, look now, we're not going to get nowhere being angry. I'm like, I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. Oh, yeah. So now, this is not the Tariq show now. This isn't the Tariq show. Oh, yeah, they tried to put me into that angry black man thing. You dig? Yes, indeed. Let's see who this is. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, Tariq, man, thank you for taking my call. Just piggybacking off what you were just saying about that Dr. Drew interview.
Yeah.
I like how you checked the man, because that white dude, he was straight denying. He had no substance. He said something like, yeah, whatever, when you brought up the FBI stats.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, let me just say whatever, and that's just going to ignore what you're bringing up. But you were spitting straight substance, and he was just denying. So
exactly.
I just want to bring that up, man. Keep doing your thing.
Much respect, man. Yeah, they couldn't refute the stuff I was saying. I was bringing them documented facts. I'm like, well, the FBI said that you have white supremacist groups who are infiltrating law enforcement. Whatever, Tariq. I mean, when they say that, you got them. They couldn't come back logically. So I stayed cool. I stayed real cool. Let's see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling? Hello? Let's try one more damn time. Hello, who's calling?
One more thing, brother, just to piggyback off the conversation that you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew, if you pay attention, he reluctantly agreed with you. It's almost like it kills him to agree with you. He said something along the lines of, anthropologists would even say. He basically, if you really pay attention, that was a 3 against 1. If you really, really pay attention. Dr. Drew, the white supremacist male and the white supremacist female, they all 3 were on the same team. Dr. Drew barely wanted to agree with you. It's just, he couldn't, as a physician, supposedly he couldn't disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
3 against 1, and you killed them all.
Yes, sir. Much respect, man. Y'all got to see. I want y'all to look at that clip, and somebody post the link of it in here if you got it. Let me find the link real quick. Okay. I'm having difficulties, but y'all find the link and post it up. Yeah, they couldn't really. I mean, you can use the "I'm white and I say so" disagreement, but I'm bringing them documented facts and proof, and that's how you got to be. You got to bring your receipts, and that's why the first thing I said, I cited the FBI stats, because the white supremacists, they're very good at using FBI stats against black folks. They love talking about, well, the FBI says that black people commit more crime and you're only 12% of the population, so black people are more violent. They love doing that game. So I'm like, okay, let me use some of those FBI stats too. Yeah, Dr. Drew, like, well, Tariq is technically right. Oh, I'm right. I'm not technically, I'm right. There ain't no race. There's no such thing as a Hispanic race. Hispanic is not a race. That's either true or it's not true. If you go to the United States Census form right now, it clearly says Hispanic origin is not a race. It clearly says that. That's the link right there. Lex Noir. They always say it's some type of accident. Now, that is the link right there. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can play it. Hold on. Let me just go through it and just play it while we're here. That's the link. Let me download it real quick for the family. We'll just kind of analyze it while we're here. Hold on one second, family. Y'all give me a minute. Everybody. Y'all give me a minute. I got to watch my show Power tonight, by the way, too. I got to watch Power tonight. And don't forget, man, y'all come see me in Phoenix, man. Come on, man. Don't start acting slow. Computer? Okay. Now this shit want to act funny. Okay. I hate when I want to do something and then my joints start acting funny. They always... Okay, let's see what this do. So I'm going to download it and play it on the show right now while we're talking. Y'all bear with me for a minute, fam. Bear with me for a minute. Y'all bear with a player. Okay, it's downloading. Y'all give me about 30 seconds. I'm going to bump that for the fam. And then we'll analyze it for those who have not seen it. And I got to watch my show Power tonight, by the way. That's coming on. Yeah, you hit him with that race soldier. Yeah, don't tell what's going on Power. I hate when people start giving out spoilers and all that. Don't tell me shit. Yes, I do need to go. Dude, Ambus, don't tell no spoilers, man. I'm going to ban your goofy ass. I don't know. I got to do DL's radio show. I got to do DL Hughley's show. Where does he do his show, by the way? I want to see that comedy tour that he got. It's D.L. Hughley, Charlie Murphy, Eddie Griffin. I think they're coming out to L.A. this weekend. I'm going to be gone. I really want to see that comedy show. So when am I coming to Rhode Island? Shit. Now, this is pretty much most of the interview. I think this is as much as I got. Somebody recorded it for me and sent it to me. So you didn't miss much. I think there's only like 1 or 2 minutes that might be missing. All right, now let me see where we at. All right, let me find it on my computer. Yo, bear with me for one goddamn minute, everybody. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, so this is me on the Dr. Drew show. We're going to analyze it.
They always say it's some type of accident. Now, they came out today saying that it was an accident that he shot Mr. Kingsley. But Mr. Kingsley was shot at 3 times, and also after he was shot, he was handcuffed. So you don't handcuff people, you accidentally shoot. This man was targeted, and let's go back. Let's put this thing in the bigger context, because in 2006, the FBI put out a report stating that white supremacist groups have infiltrated law enforcement. So now we have a whole bunch of suspected race soldiers acting as cops, targeting black people, and nothing is being done about that.
Randy, go ahead.
Get out of here. Come on, get off that. That's a bunch of crap. Race soldiers. Police officers out there giving their lives in the line of duty.
There's nothing wrong with police, sir. There's nothing wrong with police. I like police officers.
Prejudice and bias.
Sir, I like police officers, but shooting unarmed people, that's not police work. That has nothing to do with the Constitution.
Of course,
that's the problem that we have.
There are issues here. We are. I am not.
See, dude got the stuttering. Dude got the stuttering on that one. And watch how he starts saying, well, yeah, there are issues. Watch how he tries to minimize it. And you notice how I framed it. I put the FBI stats out first. And then he tried to minimize it, talking about, well, there's issues. Yeah, there's issues when people getting killed.
That's the issue. The issue is people dying. It's not a minimalized issue. It's an issue that people are dying and killing people and executing people. That has nothing to do with police work. There's nothing in the police manual that says execute unarmed people.
Who got executed here?
Hell,
Did someone get executed here that I didn't see?
Just the last few weeks alone, Philando Castile, Alton Sterling, other black people have been executed.
And how do you
by
know
law
that they were
enforcement.
executed?
Well, I have eyes in my 2020
Did you do the investigation?
All right, guys.
I have eyes.
No, you watched 20 seconds of video like everybody else.
1 second, gentlemen. We got to speak one at a time. The delay is affecting you guys. I want to get Evie in here. Evie, I know you want to comment, but I want you also to tell me something. This guy was shot in the leg, and yet To Tariq's point, the guy laid on the ground for 20 minutes. And let me tell you, as a physician...
And that's another thing, fam. Notice how I would not let them frame that into police. This is why, just like the game we got from Brother Neely Fuller, you got to differentiate between police and race soldiers. All right? Because what they're doing has nothing to do with police work. And then he tried to use the "I'm white and I say so." How do you know they're being executed? I can see them getting executed on video. We all have vision and I can see. That whole thing, believe me instead of your lying eyes. It's that whole bullshit.
You're lying on the ground with a bullet in your leg. You can get something called compartment syndrome. You can lose the leg. You can get kidney failure. You can die from an unattended wound to your limb. That, to me, is a big part of this story as well.
Yeah, that's a significant issue. Just to jump on what Tariq said, when you do shoot someone, you can cuff them until you assess the situation. But you have to give them proper medical treatment within immediate time. Sitting there 20 minutes waiting to get treatment, that's an issue. Sir, no, sir, just hold on a moment. Let me just speak here for a moment.
So now the other issue,
Tariq, I gave you the respect of speaking, but you're not letting me finish.
Go ahead, ma'am.
We're on national TVs.
Go ahead, ma'am.
You know, so let's just take.
See, now she's trying to waste time so that she can think of something. Well, Tariq, you gotta let me speak because see, we're on national television, and now she's trying to waste time so she can think of something now.
So the other thing with the shot, with the union member speaking, saying that he was actually trying to protect the man on the ground, that's another problem because that goes back to police training or the lack of. If he's actually shooting, he's actually shot the wrong person. That's a problem. Now we're going back to, like, you don't know how to use your weapon properly. You don't know how to use your discharge. You let out 3 rounds and they hit the wrong person. That also goes back. They're going to look back at this person's shooting records. They're going to look
always happen to be black, and that's the problem. Law enforcement or the race soldiers posing as cops, they know not to shoot other races of people.
You know what?
The only people who are getting unarmed, the only unarmed people getting shot just happen to be black. So either we have a big long coincidence, or we have a system of white supremacy that we need to replace with a system of justice.
You didn't see last week the white guy that got shot?
What white guy who got shot?
Tariq, you're using very blanket statements.
The one in Fresno that you saw that of course doesn't make a bit of difference to you.
Well, they had to negotiate. They had to negotiate with that gentleman for a long time, and he was a white sacrifice. In the system of white supremacy, you will always sacrifice a handful of white people, but the vast majority of the people who are being targeted by race soldiers just happen to be black.
Tariq, are you suggesting?
So is the police officer that shot this man today was he white?
Yes, he was, from what I understand. He was a white Latino, from what I understand.
Well, once again, you show your ignorance because, no, he was not white. He was Hispanic. But good try.
Well, Hispanic is not a race, sir, but he was a white Latino, from what I understand. And, again, we have a system of white supremacy where it is okay and you can kill black people with impunity, and that's the bigger issue that we need to address and come up with ways to punish these race soldiers who harm black people all the time.
You know what, Tariq? You're calling these officers who wear this uniform...
Well, they were turning red because I would not let them bring it into the police thing. I wouldn't let them make it seem like we were police bashing. These are not police. These are race soldiers. And they did not know how to come back from that.
Putting everybody under this blanket statement that they're race soldiers. A lot of these people work very, very hard.
Race soldiers.
So,
police officers
but that's what you're saying with this situation.
Tariq,
this is not the Tariq show. This is the Dr. Drew show, and you're supposed to let other people speak.
But you cannot
share
put words on.
Oh, she tried to pull the white privilege card on me right there. Wait a minute, Tariq. This is not the Tariq show now. Oh, that was the nigga. You need to mind your place now. Hold on now. You're getting too big for your britches now. That's what that was. This is not the Tariq show now. Mind your place, fiddler. That's that white privilege card they're trying to play now. You're making us look bad, nigga. Oh, then she tried to pull the privilege check on me now. Oh, they tried to pull that white privilege card. You're being an uppity Negro now. Hold on now. You're out of line here. Because they couldn't play me off as an emotional, crazy, militant Negro. They couldn't do that. They couldn't play that role. So now, and I've taken control of the narrative. I'm not sitting there letting them lie to me, telling me that that was the damn accident. That's what we got to stop doing. Letting them control the narrative and just full out lie to us, talking about it was an accident and they need police training. That's a bunch of bullshit. I told it for what it was. This is not the Tariq show now.
Everybody right now, because I have to go to break. Next up, the North Miami police chief is not offering explanation as to how this could have happened. It took them 3 days to come up with the explanation Randy would just mention to us. I'm wondering why. And
this topic and saying that Hispanic is not a race, they're the race of their own. So you're saying these things about these people.
He's actually technically right about the Hispanic. I mean, anthropologists argue about whether race exists at all, but he technically is right. Even though I think a white supremacist would probably disagree with him on that.
They would not want him. They would
white
not
supremacists had no
want
problem
them.
supporting George Zimmerman, so he was one of their brothers. So the thing is,
so because you can't check that box. So if you can't check that box, then everybody's white and then there's black. This is the thing. We're not going to fix this by being angry. What this officer did, if they prove what he did was wrong, absolutely justice. He should be punished.
You see that? You see what she did with that angry thing? Now y'all look at me. I'm not angry at all. Y'all saw what she did. He's angry. You're not gonna get nowhere being angry now. Now y'all saw the look on my face. Y'all saw the tone of my voice. I wasn't yelling at nobody. I wasn't insulting anybody. I'm there being cool as a fan. I'm like, well, Hispanic is not a race. No, we're not going to go nowhere being angry now. They're trying to frame that angry black man narrative. They tried to create that, I'm a victim of the angry black man. I'm a victim of that angry black man. They tried to frame that narrative again. The white dude was angry. He was the one calling me names. They're calling me names and yelling at me. I'm cool as hell.
He should be charged. That's how we fix this.
Let's stay back with the story. I want to show you some footage of what happened right after he was shot. Take a look at this.
I think they got like 1, 2, 3 sets of handcuffs. They cuff my hands and they flip me over, and I'm laying on the concrete like this right here. I'm bleeding.
See, Randy, as a physician, take everything else we've been discussing off the table. That treatment really bothers me. That was not appropriate medical or even humane treatment of somebody in custody, right? I mean, that really was a problem.
It bothers me as well. It bothers me as well, Dr. Drew, because once an individual, and according to everything, this individual, Mr. Kinsey, didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so he is in fact the victim of an accidental shooting. They
keep saying accident, they keep trying to frame it into an accident. You see how slick they're trying to be? You see how slick they're trying to be? They keep trying to frame it into an accident. That's a lie.
If we are surmising correctly from what's been reported.
Randy,
yes.
Even if it were an intentional shooting, even if he was a criminal involved in a crime for sure, this treatment is not okay.
And you don't shoot people three times by accident. You don't shoot people three. You don't shoot at people 3 times by accident.
Okay, whatever, Tariq, whatever you want to say.
Randy, be respectful.
You don't shoot at a person 3 times by accident and then handcuff them after you shoot them. I've never seen accidents like that.
If the officer believed in his mind the perception that the autistic gentleman posed a threat, and that's what's going in his mind, and he fired 3 times. He's shooting at the autistic guy. He's not shooting at Mr. Kinsey. Mr. Kinsey was hit by accident.
All right, let me.
You hear this motherfucker can't even get his bullshit straight. Are you listening to him talk? Do you hear the utter bullshit coming from this man's mouth? He can't even get the bullshit out his mouth right. He knows it's bullshit while he's saying it. All right? He can't even get the bullshit out. Just him hearing his bullshit back, he's skeptical of his own bullshit. Well, Well, in his mind, you don't know the threat in his mind.
Take that off the table.
Let me give you a statement
but
from
Drew,
the officer.
You're absolutely
But
right.
whatever he believes in his mind is not reality. I can make up a make-believe scenario in my mind, and I will be punished for it if I
And let me give you his statement. Let's go to the source. This officer actually gave a statement. He said, quote, "I took this job to save lives and help people. I did what I had to do in a split second to accomplish that, and hate to hear others paint me as something I'm not." And I think Tariq, if he were hearing you, he would claim he would be upset.
Well, I would be upset too. An unarmed black man was shot, and unfortunately, this suspected race soldier will not be punished, and that is the problem. There's always some type of excuse if an unarmed black person is shot by a suspected race soldier. If the black person cannot be criminalized, the person doing the shooting can make up some scenario how they felt in their mind. So we live in a make-believe world when it comes to punishing people who are non-black. But when black people commit crimes or perceived to commit crimes, we're punished to the letter of the law. So we can't have this double-edged
You're living in a make-believe world if you think they're race soldiers.
Randy, let me show you what the lawyer of this client, this guy said, the officer, his lawyer, when the officer was asked.
They always say it's some type of accident. Now they came.
That was it right there. That was it. Boy, did you see the look he gave me? It was so pissed at me. My goodness. Boy, the utter bullshit. So now I checked him on all that stuff. So now y'all get to have make-believe scenarios in your mind, and we got to be punished by your make-believe scenarios? Because if we make up something and act on it, we get punished to the letter of the law. Whatever, Tariq. Good Lord. That's how you got to deal with these folks, man. Just call it for what it is. Man. I mean, the levels of bullshit they will stretch and reach for to justify acting as race soldiers. Oh yeah, Dr. Drew had to reel him in. Come on, let's be professional, Larry. My goodness. And I said, ma'am, Hispanic is not a race. Now, don't be angry. Don't be angry and beat me and angry with your black anger now. We're not going to get nowhere with you being angry and black. Man, please. Oh, they use all of the white victim bullshit. Oh, they never addressed the handcuffs. They never, it's standard procedure to handcuff a person after you shoot them. Not a person you shot by accident, ma'am. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? How you shoot somebody by accident, then you handcuff a person you done shot by accident, ma'am? What are you talking about? They didn't even get their bullshit together. Man. But that's how you got to do. You have to frame the narrative. Not only that, I mean, that whole scenario, it's such a crock of bullshit. They were really aiming at the autistic man, but they shot the black man 3 times. So after you shot the black man 3 times, instead of handcuffing the autistic man who you said, you didn't handcuff the autistic man, but you handcuffed the person you said you shot accidentally. They didn't think their bullshit out. They didn't think the bullshit out. No matter how you slice it, it don't make sense. But what makes sense is that was a race soldier who was trying to kill that brother and didn't succeed in doing it. He was trying to come up. They're targeting black folks and getting bounties for killing us. Do y'all know how much money these race soldiers are getting when they kill one of us? That race soldier thought that was an easy come up because he knew he wasn't going to get punished. That's the thing. They're shooting us. Number one, they know they're not going to get punished at all. Not only are they not going to get punished, they're going to get rewarded. So he's like, well, shit, man. I'm working these long hours. I can just execute this dude. I get some of these white supremacist donations, I'm set. These people know it's a payday if you kill us. They know that there's a contingency of white supremacists out there that will fund you for killing a black person, that we have bounties on us. Where he's probably somewhere getting donations now. That man is somewhere right now getting donations for shooting that brother. And he would have gotten more if he killed him. You don't, look, dude, spilling a glass of milk is a mistake. That's an accident. If I spilled a glass of milk 3 times back to back, that ain't no accident. I just want to spill milk. You feel me? You ain't shoot nobody by no accident 3 times, dude. Yeah, crowdfunding is the new bounty, man. Look, Zimmerman got damn near $1 million. Darren Wilson got damn near $1 million. They're getting bounties off of us, man. They get paid leave, dude. These people, man, killing a black person, if you're a race soldier, is the ultimate come up. Not only do you not get punished, you get to be a hero in white supremacist culture. You get hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations. You don't lose your job. You get a paid vacation. The city, not only do they not fire you, the city has to pay out the family, so nothing comes out of your pocket. It's the ultimate come up. That's the ultimate come up for a race soldier. Killing a black person is a reward. That's the ultimate come up. You're a hero. I remember in New York, they had like Darren Wilson Day or some shit at one of those baseball games. All these white supremacists were celebrating Darren Wilson. Black folks really sleep on the system we live in. We live in an American Nazi system right now, dude. And the system of white supremacy is global. So there's nowhere you can go. Black folks don't understand how that is the new hustle for white supremacists. That's the new come up. Let's see who this is. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? Who's this?
This is Ephraim from Orange County.
From Orange County. What's on your mind, E?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I just want to be real quick and give some people out there who are listening some talking points that when they have to hear this FBI stats about black people committing all these crimes, stuff that they can they need to go research to kind of put a little bit of perspective on it.
Yes.
One is 63% of all exonerated people or men out of prison via DNA that are exonerated for crimes they didn't commit, black men. You can look up the Innocence Project for that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they do is represent innocent people.
Yeah.
And another point is Aryan Brotherhood. 1% of the prison population, they account for estimated 18% of all the murders in prison. So that's another little fact you could throw out there. They never talk about that. The other thing, too, is UN Sentencing Project report basically states that blacks are routinely targeted for the for-profit prison system. This is their own international organization that they fund, U.S. funds located in New York, saying that.
Yeah.
So that's some things that you could kind of throw out at them to kind of counter their little BS, because I hear all this FBI stats all the time. And another little gem I like to use on them, too, is if you Google Madeleine Albright, Iraq, and she was on 60 Minutes, basically openly saying, with a smile on her face, that killing 500,000 Iraqi children was worth it. Now, this is a war crime. Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff that they do, and they openly, with a smile, mind you, and they get away with it. So all these blacks are more violent when they can get up on TV and admit to killing 500,000 children and say it was worth it, a smile, and then get awards for it. who's more violent?
Yes, indeed. All right, man. Thank you for the
So I
call,
just wanted
brother.
to bring.
Thank you so much.
All
That's
right.
good. Good stuff. Yeah. So, I got a lot of ways because the white supremacists, they can, no matter how many facts you bring them, they can just counter that with, well, that's not true, with the I'm white and I say so logic. They'll try to counter. Basically, they'll just deny it. The white supremacists, they don't care about no facts. They don't care about, you can bring them all the facts in the world. They'll just hit you with it. Well, I'm white and I say so. Well, I'm white and I say that's wrong. You can have video proof. Well, look, here's video proof of black people getting executed unjustly. No, they're not. Because I'm white and I say so. So there's other ways you got to go around that. And go back and look at some of the debates that I do with these white supremacists. Just go look at some of those debates that I do with them. Oh yeah, or just like when I on CNN, when I brought facts, whatever. That means so what, nigga? I'm white. I can't refute it, but fuck it. I'm a white supremacist. We're in a system of white supremacy, so fuck your facts. Whatever. What's up, brother Raheem Shabazz? Man. What's up, Miss Renee? Yes, indeed. Man, where my Phoenix, Arizona people, man? If you're in Phoenix, press 1. I want to see who's from Phoenix in here. If you're in Phoenix, press 1. Because if you are somewhere near the West Coast, y'all need to go to Phoenix this weekend. Because I'm doing a lecture this Saturday in Phoenix. Now, this lecture is going to actually be early in the afternoon. Usually my lectures are at night. For some reason, these brothers are having, the promoters, RBGTs, they're doing it early in the afternoon. I think it starts at 12 noon. I go in at around 2. I don't know why they're having it that early, but it is what it is. So get there early. Come out to Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, we got Swift, Mr. Moore, Tim. Where are my Phoenix people? Ike, Turnip. Yeah, y'all need to come on out to Phoenix. If you're in Texas, come out to Phoenix. If you're in Colorado, come out to Phoenix. Wherever you are, come on out to Phoenix. Because that's where I will be. No, I'm good. Dude, I got my security is so on point. So I'm good. Y'all definitely come on out to Phoenix to chill with a player. Yeah, there's a lot of black folks out there. I think I got her that shirt out. I'm still unpacking, Raheem. So I still got a lot of stuff that I'm unpacking. I just got back in today, so I'm still unpacking. So there's a lot of stuff that I got to give out. All right, but anyway, I got to go watch my show, Power Family. It's been real. Go to HiddenColorsFilm.com to get Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3. HiddenColorsFilm.com. HiddenColorsFilm.com to get Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3. Get it right now. Get tickets to join me in Phoenix, Arizona this Saturday, August 6th. That's at TariqLive.com. Get all that fresh gear at TariqElite.com. There's enough black folks out there in Phoenix. Shit. You say Phoenix is 4% black. Well, I want all 4% to show up. Let me tell you something. When we did the Hidden Colors premiere, they came out in droves for that. So I want to see Phoenix in the house. All right? And I want to see some of my LA folks. Y'all going out there to Phoenix this weekend. Let's chop it up. All my Bay folks, y'all come on out there to Phoenix. My Vegas people, come on down to Phoenix, Arizona. All right?